As many of you know, I'm an avid video game collector and player, and I just had the worst thing happen to me that an Xbox 360 owner can have happen to them. Here it is, the red ring of death. I only have one ring. I've seen lots of people have 3 rings, and I got the E74 error code on here. Now what that flashing red light right there means is that my Xbox is unplayable. There's a problem inside of it that is basically 90% of the time is from overheating, and it's something that can be fixed either under warranty by Microsoft, which you can send it in for a fee and get it repaired, or you can try to repair it yourself or buy a new one. And I bought my 360 about 2.5 years ago used from a coworker of mine for $100, so there's definitely no warranty that came with this. And the reason it's so important that I repair it is that I've amassed a large collection of games since I bought this from him. These games I've all played. These are some sports games. I've played these games on the top row here. These games I haven't played at all, and most of these aren't even unwrapped yet. Also, more games up here I haven't played yet. And then I also have Halo Reach, which is kind of like a collector's edition, is in the wrapping. So it's very important that I get this thing fixed so I can play. There's about 15 games here that I haven't even touched yet that I'd like to get into eventually. So this all started the other day when I was playing some games on the Xbox. The graphics started glitching out really bad, like there'd be all these blue lines at the top of the screen, and then like I was playing a racing game and it was just looking all crazy on the screen, and I was like, great, I know what this is going to be. It's going to red ring soon. So I thought, well, you know, maybe it's just an issue with the HDMI connection, so I took it out to our living room and tried it on our other TV, and that's when it red ringed on me. I decided to watch some YouTube videos on how to repair the red ring of death on an Xbox 360, and I found like 3 or 4 really good videos on how to do it and what you'll need to fix it. So then I decided to then go on Amazon and buy the stuff that I'll need, and here's what I bought. Okay, here's my box of stuff from Amazon. First thing that I got was this thermal compound. This is probably the most important thing that I got from this, and this is mostly what needs repaired. You need to put some of this thermal compound onto a chip that's on there, and that should prevent the overheating problems. The next thing I got, these will also come in handy. These are like security screwdrivers that are used to actually get inside the Xbox and open it up. So I got 2 of those, and they'll definitely come in handy. And then also for this job, I got this heat gun, which I'll absolutely need. You got to heat the board up and redo the solder. So I needed one of these for other things too, so I think this will come in handy in the future. And then I also got these precision screwdrivers, which wasn't necessary for this job, but I think it'll make it a little bit easier, and this is something that I've wanted anyway. And then I also, on a secondary trip, bought some dust destroyer, which once I get in there, I'm going to spray this all over everything and hopefully clean it up pretty well inside while I'm in there. In total, I spent about $55 on all this stuff. This was $20, which was the most expensive thing, but I plan to be using that quite a bit. These were $10. This was $7, surprisingly. I think these were $7 for the 2 of these, and this was $10 for this. So it all adds up, but it beats spending $200 on a new Xbox, especially if I can get this fixed. And I get to keep everything that's here except for this. This will probably be gone, or maybe there'll be some left. We'll see. It's time to crack this beast open and see if I can fix it. I'm not going to do a detailed repair job here since I'm definitely not the person to do it. This is my first time. Obviously, if you want to see how to do this, you can watch one of the 4 videos that I watched, and I'm sure they're going to show you a pretty good job. This is just going to be my account of repairing my own Xbox 360, and I'll be sure to update you here. Here I am with the case off, got the top and all the panels off, and there's no going back now because I have officially voided my warranty that I never had. So this is where these screwdrivers that I bought come into play. You actually take these screws off, and these are like the special screwdrivers that'll open this thing up, and we'll look inside. We're getting deeper. We got all the panels off, the tops off, and you can actually start to see some of the guts of this thing. Down to the heart of the Xbox 360. This is what I was going for, and here's all the rest of it, just piling up on the floor there. Okay, got the heat sinks off, and this is where the problem is. These little chips right here that have this thermal compound on, basically that gets worn off and it causes the Xbox to overheat, and that's probably what happened to mine. And that's where this thermal compound comes in. You basically just put that back on there, and that fixes the problem, but there's some other steps involved, so I'm going to keep watching the video and finish this. Here's how it looks with the paste off. I got it the best that I could. I'd like that to be like a mirror finish, but unfortunately that stuff's not easy to come off, and I did that one too. And then I did the backs of the heat sinks, which I got the best I could. It's pretty smooth, not too bad, but that's the best it's going to be. So now I have to take the heat gun to this entire board, and that reflows the solder apparently. Never done it before. Here's my new awesome heat gun. I'm going to take this to the board like this in a pattern like that, and then up and down for 5 minutes on each side to help reflow the solder. Now that the board's cooled down, I'm going to take my Arctic Silver 5 and I'm going to apply that here, here, and here. Here it is with the new thermal compound added. Well, I got my Xbox 360 all back together to test it, and at this point I have a solid green light. But then that's followed by the 3 blinking lights, which would be the red ring of death again, and it's actually 3 instead of 1 like last time, and I'm getting no signal on my TV. So I'm actually in a worse spot now than when I was before I started. So to be honest, I am super bummed out right now. It's like after midnight. I spent my whole evening tonight messing around with this thing, and I just wasted it all. I spent all that money on the tools, which some of which I'll use, but it didn't do me any good on this front, and now I'm left with the option to either, I guess I have a few choices. I can sell that Xbox 360 for parts with the red ring of death and then use the proceeds to buy a new 360, or I could just sell the 360, sell those games, all those games that I have yet to play, sell those off and just forget about it. I'm not really sure which route to take. It just really sucks. I really had confidence that I could fix this thing, and I was just thinking about how great it would be to make a video showing myself fixing the 360 and getting everything the way I want it. And sometimes things don't work out that way, but that's life. So, life lesson. Let me know what you think I should do about this. Obviously, there's some big choices to be made here. So thanks for watching, and I'll have another video up soon.